yesterday night, I wrapped up with a story of an experience I had, and that will bring me into number 3. The third way to raise capital is through what we call mentors or angel investors. Mentors and angel investors. Now, the story I shared with you yesterday is an example of an angel investor or a mentor. So when you begin to go through life, there are men and women that God brings into your life to mentor you, to guide you, to support you. And one of the things you need to understand, like we said yesterday, is that relational capital is one kind of capital. And I know we also spoke about social capital yesterday. So now when you build relationship with those ahead of you, with those on the same level with you, with those that are below you, what you are doing is you are building relational capital, you are building social capital, you are building goodwill. Now, when it's now time for you to do something, the people that are your mentors can now decide to support you, and then angel investors can now also decide to support you. So, for instance, now I'm a venture capitalist and an angel investor. It's one of the things I do. Now, I'm the global president of the Billionaires Conclave, and within our conclave, one of the things we have discovered is that we cannot start every business in the world. There are a lot of good businesses that people will start, so we buy into people's businesses. We support business. I was sharing with you of a school where we own 40%. So that's what we do. So I'm a part owner of many companies all over the world. So when somebody, when somebody starts in a business and they need money and we see that it's a good business, we buy into it. So in London, in America, in South Africa, in Rwanda, in Ghana, in Canada, I'm part of all kinds of businesses. So I just sit down and I collect my return every year. And some of them, money has disappeared. It's part of life. You win some, you lose some. That's the way it works. So there are people like that, angel investors, mentors. So when you have a good business, you have something that is doing well, involve people. This morning already, I've had 2 meetings this morning on the same thing. We have a man in Canada that became an ambassador, a Nigerian ambassador in Canada. He was one of the ambassadors in those days. And he came to my meeting in Canada last month. Came to see me and he told me he has a project and he wants me to help be involved. That if I can get involved. So that's an example. He has the land, and now I got the report this morning from the people in Abuja that the project is viable. And the man that I sent to go and do the due diligence, he said, "Oh God, that thing is powerful, that I'm interested, oh, can I be involved?" I have not told him we need money. He's already ready. I said, it's not my own. It's somebody that came to say, "Oh God, let's do it." So already now, 3 billion is available for a project that somebody is in Canada. So don't think that people are looking for good projects. People are looking for who they can trust. Sometimes you are saying you don't have money. It's not because you don't have money. It's because there's something missing. So angel investors, mentors, venture capitalists. There are people that will invest into your business if it is well run and well managed. The problem is people always misbehave. Just like I was sharing with you about the school yesterday. People, when they are looking for the money, it's a different spirit. When they have collected the money, then you begin to wonder. But if it's easy to gather the money, why didn't you gather it by yourself? You are now talking to investors as if it was easy for you to gather the money. So that's the way life is. So, and sometimes the attitude and actions of some people closes the door for other people. But there are still angel investors. So I'm telling you now, if you have a good business that makes sense, that is not all this kindergarten business, there is money. There are people that will just say, "Yeah, do this." There are people, sir, anything. I have a guy that one of our Billionaires Conclave member that still told me last week, say, "Sir, about anything, as long as if it's just like anything 50 million per month, we can afford it." 50 million per month. He said anything 50 million per month. I say, okay. But sometimes it's one thing for people to have the money, it's another thing for your business or that's your idea to be viable and scalable. Do you understand? Because if you are starting a school, for instance, because that school thing, oh my God, that thing was, in fact, when I finished that meeting, The next day, the person was sending an apology letter. I'm still going through the process. Yeah, now wow. We that are putting money there. In fact, I own 40%. The other person owns 40%. You only own 20%. And you are telling 80% of your business that you can resign and you can get somebody else. 80%. So it's like the guy said, "Oh, are you sure, Pastor? You're the one that brought me to this thing." No. I'm telling you. It's like, wow. And guess what? We are willing to wait. Even if it's 10 years, because we are not there to chop. It's legacy. If you own a school and the school is doing well, you can be, school does not expire. Now people will go to school forever. Many of you will say give birth to children that will go to school. So we are looking long term. You are looking now to collect salary now. How are you supposed to take care of yourself? How are you supposed to survive? Number 4. Selling your liabilities or assets is another way to raise capital. If you have a dream and your dream is big enough, your dream is, something you believe in, you should be willing to invest in your own dream. So how do you have a dream and you have 2 cars and you can't sell 1 car? Do you understand? How do you have a dream and then we come to your house, there's television in the parlor, television in the room, television in the kitchen, air conditioner in the kitchen, air conditioner everywhere, and you have a dream? Are you not supposed to sell everything and put on fan? To show that, yes, I believe in this thing. Do you understand? You have a dream. You have one land in this place, another land in that place. Are you not supposed to sell one to invest in your dream? So many times there are a lot of liabilities. There are people that have had to sell their assets. They sold a smartphone to buy a less smarter phone. Hello? One of my staff, one of my senior managers, the company just bought her a phone for 780 something thousand, almost 800,000. So she was showing me the phone this morning. Thank you, sir. This is the phone that they come. I bought the phone. This is the phone. I looked and said, okay, it's very fine. Hello, 700, almost 800,000 to buy phone for his staff. Hello, but do you know that many of you now, the phone you are carrying is 1.5, 2 million. I say you are looking for money. Nobody will give you money. When they ask you how much do you have, say I don't have anything. Go and sell that phone. Sell the phone and buy a phone of 38,000. It's also smart. Hello? And then put the remaining in the business. So there are a lot of liabilities you have. You have bone straight. You have bone crooked. Bone yellow. Sell it. Sell it. And then you put in the business. Number 5. Partnership. Partnership. If you want to raise capital, you can raise capital through partnership. There are lots of people that can partner with you. You achieve more when you don't care who gets the credit. And it is better to own 10% of a billion than to own 100% of 1,000. So all that ownership mentality, you want to own everything, is not going to help you in the long run. So what you need to do is look for somebody that has the money. You bring in your technical or business skill or idea, and then the project is done. This project in Abuja now, it's an 11-story commercial complex. 11-story. The guy, when he was an ambassador, of course, he has money, he's a billionaire, so he has hotels, he said, look, that he came to see me in Canada. I said, look, I've been thinking that at this my age, I don't have time to be gathering money. I'm not even thinking, I only visit Nigeria. My family is in Canada now. But that project now, I don't want it to just be there because I know that place is developed. Help me look into it. If we can partner, if we can get investors, I will give the land and the project as my own contribution. If you can get people to bring money for us to finish it, and then we can rent it out and be sharing the rent forever, or we sell some and keep some. I said, no problem. So I called my manager in Abuja. I told him to go. He went and came by and said, Baba, that place is a good location. So I said, no problem. So I called another big billionaire. I said, guy, there's this thing, go. It's the billionaire that called me this morning. I said, sir, that place is powerful. It's a commercial center. It's right in the center of the city. That in fact, I can see money. I can see money. That I'm interested, sir. What's the deal? I'm interested, sir. So when he was saying I'm interested, I said, okay, me too, I'm interested. So I've told him. So, but now the guy is not bringing any money. He said that's the best. He said, tell him that's the best thing he's doing. He said, if you are interested, I'm interested. Depending on how much, let's do for 1 or 2 people. We should not be more than 5. That Baba will go to chop for that place till we die. That place rents. He said, and it's commercial property. Rents. They will pay. They will lease it for 10 years. Lease it for 20 years. That place is viable. So now the guy is just bringing land. Others are going to bring the money. And the guy was telling me, Baba, even if we don't have the money, bank can give us the money. We can use bank. Let's use the place as collateral. And collect money from bank. Do you understand? That the money will come out. So sometimes it's partnership you need. Do you understand? You want to do something, you need 10 million. And you have 3 million. The 3 million has given you 30%, right? The remaining 7 million you need. Get people to give you 1 million and give them, and then all of you will risk it together. Because when you are doing partnership, you are not giving any return to anybody. It's equity. If the thing works, fine. If it doesn't work, everybody walk away. Nobody's going to hold your neck. Number 6, grants. Grants. On Sunday, we're going to be giving in a couple of millions as grants to people. We do that every year. Some people get 50, 100,000, 200,000, depend. Just microfinance grants. A grant is a money that is granted to you, which is given to you free of charge. You don't pay back. And there are lots of grant opportunities that are available. So if you are a woman or you are a youth below the age of 35, there is free money for you all over the world. It's just that many times, many people are so lazy that they are not ready to do the job. They are looking for somebody to still go and do the job for them. So if you are a woman here or you are a young person and you are below the age of 35, just go online. Just Google grant for women, grant for small businesses, grants for youth. You will see thousands of opportunities all over the world, not only in Nigeria. And then you begin to look for the terms and conditions. And you begin to look for the one that you can easily plug into. So some of them can just be $1,000. Some of them 5,000, 10,000. Some of them can be 500,000. They are available. Even in Lagos State, when we do the Entrepreneurship Academy, we always bring the state government here to share. Even in Lagos State, there is grant. In Lagos State, there is skill acquisition center everywhere. But people are so used to bad news that even the good thing that government is doing, they are not seeing. Number 7, cooperative and thrift. Cooperative societies have existed forever. Our grandparents, our parents used to do it. They call it a susu. My own parents, the house they live in till now, they bought the land by contribution. They built the house by contribution in the 80s. My father and my mother became a part of a cooperative. So they decided to carry 1 month after each other. So one person carried 1 month, the other person carried the second month. They put the money together. That's how they bought the land. And then that's how they were doing and building the things. So it's still there. It's also one bungalow. And that's where they are still living. It's not that they have plenty of money. My father was in the custom for 35 years. Born again, no born again. Thief, no thief. Just be there, double jeopardy. You know, serve God. You know, steal money. A poor man going to hell. Until he now became born again. I say, hey, you should have stolen money. Hey, I don't know. Hey, how can you be an unbeliever? You are not stealing. And you are still going to hell. Is it not double jeopardy? Hello? I don't know any poor custom officer except my father. I'm telling you, man know the thief. But today, now I'm grateful. Because my father will tell you, a good name is better. Today now is a good name not helping all of us. So, we thank God for a man of integrity. Amen. So, cooperative and thrift. You can be a part of a cooperative society. You can be a part of a group. Even 10 of you can come together and say, okay, let's be contributing 100,000 every month. And then you use that to raise money that you need. Number 9, trade by barter. Trade by barter. There are many things that you need that somebody else can give to you. Many things that you need so somebody else can make available to you. Trade by barter. So you have something, somebody else has something, then you exchange. You need an office space. There are people that have office space and the office is too big for them and they can't even pay the rent. So go talk to them and say, look, can I use part of your office space? I'm an accountant. I will do your account book for you. So I offer my accounting services and then you give me the space. You want to, for instance, one of the things we do in real estate is trade by barter. So when people come to do survey, a surveyor can come and say, look, I don't have money. Survey the land. I will use land to pay you. That's how a lot of surveyors have gotten land. And there are also some villages that do not have money, but we go to the village and we sponsor their survey. So we do the survey for the entire village and we take land for the money we spend. So there are lots of opportunities that works that way. I give you an example. The palm tree project we are talking about right now, the 2,000 hectares we are acquiring is about 4 billion. But that land, the person that did it, did the survey for the family. That's how he was able to get into that deal. So these things are there every day. Number 10, acquisitions. Acquisitions. You can acquire what you are looking for. So for instance, many of you need to know that the business you are planning to do, somebody else is already doing the business and is planning to exit. The business you are planning to do, somebody else is already doing the business and is planning to exit. Many people sold their businesses when they wanted to japa. Many people have done a business, it's not working because they are just busy doing other things. And they are looking for somebody to buy, so you can begin to think, that thing you want to do, are there people already doing it that you can buy over and acquire their business? You'll be amazed to know, and I've been part of consulting for such kind of acquisition, you'll be amazed to know that there are some businesses where you can acquire the business and it is the same business you use to raise money to pay for the business. The person just, you know what, let's hand over, just give me a deposit, I give you 2 years to pay. And then you continue to run the business and from there you pay. Number 11, other people's money, creative finance. Other people's money, creative finance. Now, other people's money is one of the major ways to raise capital, but it requires integrity. And I've done that for years. The palm tree project we started yesterday is part of it. I'm doing what is called a pre-launch, and I told them, I need your money to join to my money to pay what we need to pay. So I'm selling to you now cheaper. So if you trust me now, you bring your money now. Now all of us go run out together. So it is your money plus my money that we used to do it. So the reason why you are coming in now is because there is nothing to show except a dream. And if you buy into it, fine. Last year, we started a project called Madiba Countryside City. And in that city, we acquired 5,000 acres. And then we have 27 developers coming together to develop a city. And we want to develop a city within the next 10 years. So that in 10 years, when you come to that place, you will not recognize it. And guess what? In 1 year, people are already regretting not trusting us. Why? When we launched in October last year, we did a pre-launch, 500,000 naira per plot. And a lot of people trusted us. And between October and December alone, we raised over 1 billion. Other people's money. But you know, some people will collect that 1 billion now. What will they do? They'll go and buy Jeep, they'll relocate, they'll carry mopo, they'll be enjoying life, flying around with people's money. That is why creative finance requires integrity. And it requires knowledge of finance and accounts. So we collected the money and we did what needs to be done. If you were here in January, we launched that estate this January at how much? 1 million. So anybody that trusted us in October, November, in 3 months, they already made 100% of their money. Hello? Guess what? In the month of May, that same estate became 5 million. 5 million naira. Why? Because when we were selling in October, There was no documents. It's only a dream that people bought. By the time we launched in January, we only had the survey for 260 acres. By May, we had the survey for all the 800 acres. We have fenced. We have started landscaping. We have started gatehouse. We have started infrastructure development. We have done borehole. So it's 5 million. Yesterday, it's now 10 million. Yeah. It's now 10 million because now we're already doing the CFO and we're already processing the layouts. So by the 1st of November now, we are going there for the global visitation. So that those that bought last year can come and see what we have done and see what their money has produced. Why? Because we have not yet allocated them. Do you understand? We have not yet. So they will come and say, wow, because we told them allocation will be next year. So they will come and say, wow. Then some of them will buy more. That's the way it works. So it's other people's money. So you can collect money from people to put in what you are doing as long as you have integrity and you are willing to share in the profits. Do you understand that now? Number 12. Sell the idea. Sell the idea. That idea that you have, that you want money for, you can actually sell the idea. The idea itself can be sold. You know why? There are many ideas in your bowel. You can sell one to finance another. And you can sell the idea and still use the money to do another version of the idea. Do you understand now? Because if you are selling an idea, there are dimensions of the idea that you may not even have authority over to sell, that you can still implement in another format of fashion. Number 12, start with the idea. Start with the idea. That idea that you have, with or without money, start with what you have from where you are. Start with the idea and start executing. And as you go, people will see that something is happening, and people will start asking questions. People will start asking, how can we be a part of this? How can we be a part of that? Number 14, bank facilities. Bank facilities. You can get a loan, an overdraft, a microfinance, or lease finance. There are different kinds of financial facilities that you can take advantage of to be able to finance your project. You are in this auditorium right now. When we wanted to put air conditions in this auditorium, we did not have the money. So we wanted to buy a generator. We did not have the money. So we got a company, and then all the air conditions that we bought, 200 kVA generator, and a Toyota Corolla, they were all financed. We collected what we call lease financing. So we paid 30% of the money, and then we were paying for 24 months. And the church gave them a check that every month they will cash the check. But in order for them to accept, they needed a guarantor. So myself and one of our pastors, Pastor Larry Lecky, we also now gave our own check. I remember it was 780,000 per month that the church needed to pay. So the church gave them 780,000 times 24. The church gave them 24 checks of 780,000. I gave them 24 checks of 780,000. Pastor Larry gave them 24 checks of 780,000, so that if the church one bounce, you put my own. If my own bounce, if the three bounce, we're in trouble. Guess what? In 2 years, the church own never bounced. Why? Because when you have a vision, you will manage your money well. That's how we bought it, and we have done many of that. This screen that you are seeing here, all this screen here, is finance. It's finance. I went to a church, one of my friend's church. I saw the screen, and I know that he doesn't have money up to me. I know that my church is richer than his church, and he gets clean. I say, oh boy, how you get clean? Don't be all of us they talk about how there is no money. How can you house clean? He said, is this person that gave me now? That should be. I thought you are aware. He gave me that we should pay small. I say, my friend. So I said, Omo, are they here now? They say you. They say, it's not for people like you now. Billionaire now. I say, Oga, it is our church that wants to buy, not me. Separate the two people. Don't come and be talking like that. He said, okay. So he told us the amount. He said, what do that? He said, hey, but you need to pay something. Now you now. I said, okay, if I give you this amount, how long will you give us? He said, will give us 6 months to pay. So I came to the church. I said, church, there's this opportunity. I can pay the deposit as my own support. But can you people afford the remaining? They went and said they can't. And that's how we got it. So they delivered it and we did not default. So I'm telling you all this now because many of you, people don't tell you the truth. Hello? The apartment you see there, that project is 1.2 billion. Hello? It's investors' money. When you go there now, the studio alone is 300 million. You see there, you see state of the art. The studio alone is 300 million. You go there on Saturday, you see 1.2 billion sitting down there. But guess what? It's other people's money. Hello? It's investors' money. Some of them are collecting 30% return. If you go to bank now, it's 33%. You pay. So these things are already happening. If you look here now, can you see that there's a land here when you are coming? That's my land again. All those land there. You say, how did I get it? I didn't get it. When I was building this one, we were selling, nobody wanted to buy because they thought it would not happen. Only few people were buying. So we kept collecting money. Can you borrow us money? But when we now finish, everybody now wants to buy. Hello? Everybody wants to buy. We told them it as soon as they say, hey, is there no other one? I said, there is no other one. Say, hey, do another one now. I said, there is no land in this area. As I was talking, that there is no land. My engineer said, excuse me, sir, there is land though. I said, where? He said, near your church now. I said, how will you know that? He said, no, that people have come here to tell us that if we want to buy land, there is land. I said, beside this my son church. He said, yes. Now, are they here? I don't know, say land they here. I think say people now even want to use that. He said, no, that's how they all started coming. Now, I see I have 3 they have brought now that they want to sell. On this one, even front here, everybody wants to sell land now. They are bringing land. So when they say there is land, as we were saying there is land, my CEO, Pomak, was on the phone with somebody else. I was hearing him say, no, now, the thing don't finish. Baba, no, they do another one again. No, there is no land. So as there's land. He said, hold on. So I said, tell him there is land if he's ready to join us. But he will wait. So he said, hold on. Baba wants to talk to you. I said, hello, what's happening? I said, I've been telling you people since. He said, I need. I said, okay, it's a 5-year project. He said, no, I just need something. I said, okay, so how much you get now if you drop? So I can drop 50 million. The guy dropped 50 million. Till tomorrow, he never signed paper. He never even called Lagos. He just dropped 50. I said, money has come. That's how I put it on the platform. Hello, we are working on the project 2030. Project 2030. If you are interested, 50 million per slot. Want to acquire 2,000 square meters of land to build 7-story building, 54 units. That's how people started bringing money. That's how we started buying. So the facilities are there. So that one now we are not rushing. Because we want to see as much as we can buy. And they say we can go up to 7-story building. So that's how this thing works. So don't think, they have money. Dangote is the richest man in Africa. He's the number 1 debtor. Because you don't understand how rich people operate. So when people say, pastor has money, pastor should give me 10 million. Just they play. So you can do loan. But please, if you want to do anything that has to do with loan, make sure your finances are intact. Because loan can ruin your life. Loan can ruin your business. Banks are not there to help you. They can destroy your destiny. And we spoke about 4 classes of finance yesterday. You don't collect loan to start a business. Do you understand now? You don't collect loan to start. You collect loan to expand or to diversify or to consolidate. Number 15. Position yourself for a miracle. Position yourself for a miracle. Position yourself for a miracle. I've come to understand that everything begins with a seed. Everything begins with a seed. One major challenge that people have is to understand generosity, sacrifice, and giving. You see, even those that are not born again, they understand generosity. They understand sacrifice. They understand giving. But many of us that are Christians, because religion has messed us up, we think that the money we are giving belongs to one pastor. I don't know who gave us that kind of dirty water to drink. Listen and listen well. There are many things you need in your life that only the supernatural can make happen. And so we say to people, when what you have is not enough, turn it into a seed. When what you have is not enough, turn it into a seed. The harvest of that seed will then become the result. Listen, when this church was to build, we were on the road. The first 4 plots we bought here in 1999, we bought at 70,000 naira per plot, 280,000 naira, 26 years ago. We could not afford 280. So after service, I called every family together. We levied every family by force to raise 280,000. So every family must go and look for 10,000. If you go borrow and borrow, if you are a son, you must look for 10,000. That's how we raised 280. It took us almost a year. Yes, to raise 280,000. This church. We bought the first 4 plots. Then we said, well, let's buy more. The second one we bought at 100,000. The next one we bought at 150. The last 4 we bought at 1,250,000 per plot. We could not even afford it. Somebody sold a car, so we gave the car plus cash to the owner of the land to collect the last 4 plots. So now we have 16 plots here that we are sitting on. All the land we are buying now is 50 million per plot. So 50 times 16. So even the land here is already like 600 million. So on this project now we are sitting on like 4 billion. Sitting down here. But it's little by little. A little here, a little there. A little here, a little there. That's the way this thing works. And we are not owing anybody. Hello? So that's the way this thing works. Recently now, we borrowed 50 million. Why did we borrow 50 million? Because we want to finish that place. They say school is making money. Let's borrow money now. Let's buy bus. Let's move away so that the school can have more space. The school has resumed now. Money has come. All the money we borrowed, the school fees has brought it back. Are you seeing now? So we borrow money for the school. We bought a bus, borrow. We upgrade the place, borrow. The school fees now is ready to pay for it. So, but if we didn't borrow, we'll be waiting. So many times you need to understand how these things work. Now, for us to move from that place to this place, we carried the first railboat we did, first fruits. We looked for 5 ministries in Nigeria that has built. We divided the money into 5. We wrote a letter and said, we are a church. We have just acquired land. We want to start building. We are sowing this seed into your life because God has helped you to build. That the same God that helped you to build will help us to build. We sowed that seed to those 5 churches. Only one church replied us. We are not waiting for a reply. We are only obeying what we believe. Today we are here. When it was time to open branches, our first branch was in Ikeja. I called my friend. I said, friend, God has helped you in Ikeja. We are coming to Ikeja to open a branch. Send me your domiciliary account. I'm led to bless you every month because we want to connect to your grace. I said, no. Every month we're sending him $1,000. We sowed a seed of $12,000 to break ground. And then God gave us a 500-seater, fully air-conditioned, state-of-the-art auditorium in Ikeja. We are still in that auditorium now, about 13 years later. We wanted to start our international branches. We took a seed of $10,000. We looked for 10 ministries in America, all the 3 TV stations, TBN, Daystar, World Network, $1,000 each. 7 ministries in America, $1,000. We sowed a seed of $10,000 to call upon the faithfulness of God and the supernatural to work for us. When I started talking about twin towers, and the Kingdom Project, I said we are going to buy all this place to the road. I kept saying it. People say, Pastor, even to finish this one, no money. You are talking. I said, don't worry. But guess what? Personally, I have sown a seed of 6 million naira towards that project. What do I mean? Every church that has a major camp, I sowed a seed of 1 million into 6 ministries to say if God can do it for that ministry, He will do my own. I did not know that one day we're going to buy 5,000 acres of land. When we bought 5,000 acres of land last year, it just dropped. Yeah, you have 5,000 acres. All the people that have camp, you don't get camp with that. That's the reason they start to. So listen to me. You want to have a dream, I have a dream. Sow into it. Look for people that have achieved what you want to achieve. Connect to the grace upon their life. Carry a seed. Come to the altar. Lift it there. Say, God, this is a seed of faith. Move supernaturally. You'll be shocked to know that many of the things you are looking for money for, you don't need money. All you need is all you need. Thank you, and God bless you.
That can be louder, That can be louder. Come on, if you're clapping, clap now. That's what we're talking about. Thank you very much, sir. You would agree with me that that's a total package, right? Like a whole masterclass given to us for free. Please, once again, let's give Dr. Olumide Emmanuel a round of applause. Increase the tempo. That's how we do it here. The tables clap. Increase the tempo. Wow. Such an impactful session. We've had 2 amazing sessions this morning. And I believe that we have questions. So are you penning your questions down? If you have questions, please put them together. Yes, please put them together. If you want to pen down and send across to an usher. So we would be asking the questions during the Q&A panel session. Please, are we doing that? All right. Thank you so much. And before we go to the question and answer session, for exhibition here on stage, please, with a round of applause, let's welcome a representative from Adenike Seller Food and Products Limited. Adenike Seller Food and Products Limited. Please, who is coming? Who is coming? Do we have a representative? Please keep clapping. Adenike Seller Food and Products Limited. All right, so while we are waiting for a representative to do that, I want you to quickly interact with someone beside you. I mean, I know some people got here late and you didn't get to introduce yourself to the cross, just the way we did it when we started. So it's a good time to introduce yourself again to the cross. You've heard, in the teachings today, you don't even know where your next investor is or your next client. All right, we have a representative. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Amret. I'm representing Adenike Seller Foods and Products Limited. So we have them in 2 sections. One in Share Baby. It consists of 150 gram and 300 gram. So, and the Share Baby is used for an infant to a level of maybe a year old. Then we have Omomba, which is from 1 year old and above. Then we have Oba, which is for uncle, brother, and daddy. And then we have Ayaba. Ayaba is for a sister, auntie, and mommy. to naturally beautify your skin. And we have shea oil. Shea oil consists of lavender, rosehip oil, and other essential oil for your babies and even you as an adult. You can use it as a hair cream for hair growth. And if you have a little baby that has a diaper rash, you can use it for them, and it's suitable for anyone. Thank you.
Okay, just in case you want to check that out, I believe the stand is somewhere in here, so you can find your way there. Please, I know we would be taking questions, written questions, but please, if you also want to ask your questions, yourself, we would appreciate that you make it brief. Thank you. We would appreciate that you make it brief. So right now we're going into the panel session. Please join me as I make welcome Dr. Olumide Emmanuel to join me here. And also, let's welcome Mr. Gabriel Ogundele. Please give them a round of applause. Increase the tempo, increase the tempo, increase the tempo. Thank you. That's how we do it. Thank you so much. Do we have someone collecting questions? Do we have that? So if you have questions, can I see your hands up, please? If you have questions. If you have questions. So right now, I would appreciate that you come forward. So I don't want a situation where, you now remember that you have questions later. So please, if you have questions, can you please come forward? Just come forward. Yes. Thank you. Okay. Okay, that looks like a lot of questions. Okay, please. All right. Are you writing your questions or you want to ask them? I want to be sure. You're asking the questions. Okay, please, can we begin? Can we begin with you? Thank you. And let us know who your question is directed to.
Hello, my name is Evangelist Julius. My question goes to Mr. Gabriel. So how do you advise someone who is not too computer literate to learn about AI, and how can the person start and where can he start from?
Okay, thank you so much for the question. And you don't need to be a computer literate person to learn about artificial intelligence. You don't need to be a tech person to learn about artificial intelligence. So it is, all you need is your ability to learn. All you need is your ability to learn. I'm not a tech person. I'm not a data analyst. I'm not a tech person. I'm not a programmer. I'm not a software developer. But I'm able to use artificial intelligence to produce what I do. Now, all I need is to know how to talk to AI. All I need to know is to know how to talk to AI. And I mentioned earlier briefly, I just mentioned in passing that prompt engineering is now one of the highest in-demand job in the world. Prompt engineering. And for 5 years ago, it wasn't even part of the top 100. But right now, it's one of the top 5 jobs in the world. And prompt engineering is just about how you communicate with all of these AI tools, how you talk to AI. And because of the generative AI that we have right now, which is under artificial intelligence generally, all you need to know how to do to get the best out of all of this AI tool is how to talk to the AI tool. And you can communicate with it in any natural language, in English, in Igbo, in Yoruba, in Hausa, in any language, and you will get the best out of it. Before now, you need to know how to code. You need to know how to write Python, how to write codes for you to be able to talk to the AI tools. But right now, all you need to know to get the best out of it is how to talk to it using any language. And I always recommend, instead of using the text where you're typing instruction, talk to it as if you're talking to a fellow human. Talk to it. So that is all you need. You don't need to be a tech person. You don't need to be computer literate. In as another person uses WhatsApp, in as another person make calls, the same way you make calls, you can talk to AI that same way.
All right, thank you.
Praise the Lord. My name is Chooks. So, sir, I want to ask a question. In your teaching, sir, you said we should sow seed on, based on our journey, like sowing the seed to honor the grace on someone's life or a professional life on an altar. So, sir, I started up a company called Codify Intel and Educations. I'm into education. I'm also a tech person. So I had an idea to develop the future generation in Africa. I call it Code Africa. So I've been able to create a community, Code Africa, and I've gotten my first 15 years old student as a full stack developer at the moment. So, and I've now tried to get an office space where I get other teenagers too, where I teach them how to code and build the web. So sir, my people are around me, guys around me are into tech, which are doing fine, which are my associates. Now, with what you're teaching, sir, does that mean I should not take my own seed, and sow into their life? Because I don't know the kind of altar they belong to. I know one of my tech partner too. So sometimes he wants to be an atheist, but I'm the one fighting against that ungodly mentality. I always tell him, as a science person, he will tell me he's a tech professional though. He say, I don't believe in God. I say, no, your life existing is God. So I'm one of those. I say, no. So I'm always hitting him. And for me, he's my closest pal.
Okay.
So what can I do?
Whatever you don't believe in will not work for you. So whatever you want to do it based on revelation, understanding, and conviction. Not because a pastor preached it. Most of the things we do as believers is based on inspiration or revelation or instruction, not emulation. If you emulate, you can dislocate. So if you don't understand it, you'll be thinking and asking questions. When God says, give to 5 ministries that I've built, I can be asking, what kind of message does he preach? Do I know where he got the money to build the church? Do I know if he's a genuine man of God? Other one, story. Obey God. What you should be looking out for is someone that has achieved what you have not yet achieved. The Bible says, if they present food before you, don't ask, is it goat meat? Is it cow meat? Is it idol meat? Receive with thanksgiving and eat. So all those things, I don't know which altar they are going to. It's story. Except you are not led. If you are led, that's not your business. Because the people you are trusting, do you know whether they are trustworthy? It's because you don't know about them. Do you understand? So I say to people, when it comes to sowing, there are different kinds of seed. There is a seed called the seed of faith. Now, a seed of faith is a seed you sow in expectation of a specific harvest. So you want to travel, say, God, I'm trusting you to make a way for me to travel. So I'm sowing this seed of faith so that I can travel. But that is you sowing to God a seed of faith. But that same seed, you can look at somebody that has traveled before and say, this man has been traveling, and carry the seed and go and sow into the life of that man. That is a seed of faith. To say, the same grace that worked for this man, Lord, do it for me. To now start asking, how did he get his visa? How did he get money to travel? That one. There are many things that you don't need to complicate.
Thank you, sir. I've understood. This question goes to you, sir. It's on AI. My experience with AI, I use Grok and VO, and I use Meta AI. These are my 3 companion AI I use. No, I write code. So my project recently, Grok developed the software for me, and ever since the last Wednesday class held NTN, and I discovered prompt engineering from you in your teaching, so I worked on it. So I've been able to get more results better from AI. But I discovered something that the source code from AI on some of the languages, there used to be error in most of them. About after 100%, about 45% error. And again, most of the source code are not recent tech, as we speak. Because PHP has upgraded, JavaScript has changed some syntaxes as it is now. So now, at that, I had to go back again to writing source code because of what AI gave me. I wasn't satisfied with the source code. So what can one do? See that? Doesn't that mean that? Because I feel that in the future to come, AI is still making some errors for developers.
Sure. Okay.
Yeah. So how do we balance that?
Artificial intelligence is not 100% accurate, which is why I mentioned that you still need the human touch in it. So don't rely 100% on artificial intelligence. I'm not a coder, I'm not a software engineer, but every of the tools I've built, I've used artificial intelligence to build it. And when I notice that the outcome that it's giving me is not what I want to achieve, I don't know how to interpret code just like you. Most of these AI tools, ChatGPT, Grok, Gemini, they use the Python code language. So if you are not familiar with the Python code language, you might not really understand that aspect. And for you to go back to the source code, that means you are also versatile. You're a code language person. You're using Python. But on my own end, I'm not a coder. But I know what I want to achieve. If I see it and it's not the same, it's not close to what I want to achieve, all I need to go back is to communicate it with my own natural language, English language. This is not what I want. Can you remove this? Can you remove that? Can you remove this? The software that I build, they are not 100% accurate. But they are 80% efficient. They are doing what they need to do as I when they need to do it. And the bugs that I have on them is not compared to when I get a software developer to do it. So what artificial intelligence is here to do is not to replace human effort, not to replace the space or the work that humans need to do. Is to augment what the human need to do. If you as a human, you have 65% accuracy and you had the 45% accuracy of artificial intelligence, that is good enough for you to have a perfect, almost perfect, maybe 99 or 95% accuracy in whatever you're building. So AI give you, and it's 45% error. You bring in your own human capacity to augment for that 45% error, and you're going to get the best out of it. I always say it, AI is not here to replace human intelligence. You need that human intelligence to get things done. But just add artificial intelligence to your human intelligence and become super intelligence.
Good afternoon, sir. And good afternoon, everyone. My question is to you, sir. For someone who is into real estate and property rentals in particular, what kind of AI will you suggest such a person to use in order to, upgrade or to make the business easier? Because Pastor said something last night about a person that he knows that had about close to 72 properties, who has a turnover of billions every year. So such a person, what kind of AI can he use, or somebody like me who is into that kind of line of that business, what kind of AI can I use?
Okay, so what do you want to achieve with the AI tool? What aspect of a business do you want to? Do you want to sell more property?
Property rentals.
Property rentals.
Yeah, using property to rent.
Okay, so this is what I recommend. So a real estate company that I'm consulting for, they use artificial intelligence to work on product listing. So they have the pictures from the apartment, they have the videos from the apartment, they use artificial intelligence to clean those pictures up before posting. Then you can also use AI to write copies, add copies for those adverts. There's a way you communicate your adverts to people that will determine if they will buy your listing or not. So the way you communicate the product determine how the customer will perceive it, how the customer will buy into the product. You can use AI to augment the way you communicate those products to them, those listings. Then you can also automate your process. So when someone is messaging as regards those listings, what's the process? that process, are they calling someone? Are they chatting with someone? So instead of you repeating, so if 5 persons chat you on that property per day, and you spend 50 minutes per person or 1 hour per person or 30 minutes per person, that you're spending almost half of your day on that property listing, and that's just one property. So you can automate those responses. For this listing, you know the question people have asked you: the location, the size, the rooms, the amenities, the features. Automate it so that when another person is coming to ask you similar question, there's an AI tool that is giving them auto response, and that will save you a whole lot of money to focus on other listings. So someone that is doing 8 billion per year, there's something they are doing. They are automating some processes. They are not chatting with all the clients as you are chatting with all the clients. They have processes. They are saving time to focus on getting more listing, to more like even possibly going for higher listing instead of going for lesser purchasing listing. I don't know the word in real estate now, but I know if you really want to deal with the real estate company, you need to start automating a whole lot of things. Real estate has to do with time, has to do with the right timing. If you see a product, just like Overseer said, Dr. Olumide said, this place cost 70,000 naira less than 30 years ago. Now it's over 50 million. Now, if anybody is going to sell this property now, with everything in it, it is approximating 4 billion. If I look at it very well and ask AI to do an evaluation of this space, I'm very sure it's going to give me a more accurate. Snap all the amenities in this place, puts it there. These are the things on this property. What do you think is the valuation in the market? And that will give you an idea before you now start looking into, for you to bring a property value. I don't know. In the US, they call them property valuators. Is it valuation officer? Valuers. To come, you have to pay them, right? But you can get that done with AI with almost nothing.
All right.
Sorry? Yeah, sure. 100%. Why am I here?
Okay, please, can we try to make our questions as brief as possible, please? Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. My name is Samuel. I have 3 questions. The first question is, how do I sell my ideas? I have about 5 unique ideas, and I'm ready to sell all of them.
Please ask all your questions together.
Question 2 is about Daddy's teaching about partnering with somebody that already has a landed property. I have a client here at Egbeda. He has a 2 plot of land worth at 200 million naira. So I spoke with him when we went to minister in their church because I'm a drama minister. I said, sir, this is your property. Why can't you just partner with a real estate company? And he said, it's ready. And I know that Daddy used to say that Madiba used to do it. So I already spoken with him. He said, anytime we are ready, we should come and check. That he's ready for that partnership where they will build on his land and they will partnership in the commission sharing. So, and there's another property like that in Osun State. It's a plot of land worth about 5 million naira. I'm part of the owners. We are ready for such partnership. How do we go about it?
Okay, and so you said 3. Is there more?
I've not asked the third question.
Okay,
go ahead.
The third question is to Mr. Gabriel. Is there any free AI tool I can use to build a standard website?
Okay.
That will also give me access to the back end.
Okay, so I start from your ideas. Number 1, document the idea, develop what is called a plan on the idea. It depends on if it's a business or not, but we normally call it a business plan, which will tell you what the idea is all about, the market of size, how you want to implement it, the business model, where the money is. Once you have done that, identify people that are already in the industry doing what you want to do and start with them. They may be willing to explore that. Number 2, look for people that might be interested in that kind of idea. And then there are a lot of ideas that people send to me. Some I just tell them, I'm not interested. Some I say, okay, let's talk more about this. So send it to people that you feel can do it. And if something they're interested in, the natural is directed from the supernatural. You do your part, you pray, you speak the word, you declare it, and then you move. And then miracle meets you on the way. For the land in Egbeda, that you say is 2 plots, we need the following. What are the documents that the person has? So send us all the documents that the person has. Go to the stand there and ask for the general manager of Common Sense. Just go to the Common Sense stand there. Go there and tell them they are here. So go there and say, so number one, we need to know the document that the person has. If the document is good, we'll go and search. Once the document, we start with documents. If the document is good, we'll now come and check the location. Then we'll be willing to do the Egbeda. Egbeda is good. People will buy property. That one we can look into the Egbeda one. Oshun, I don't know the location, but we have one of our guys that does hostels. So if it's close to a university, and it can be good for hostel, or if it can be used for shortlet or hotel, then we can explore that. But the Egbeda one, I believe that can be done. So thank you.
Okay, so on the website, free AI to Canva AI. On Canva, you can build your website in less than 2 minutes. Tell it everything you want it to do. What do you want the functions on the website to be? How do you want the website to look like? And they will give you also the access to the backend, Canva AI. How many of us use Canva? So you don't know you can do that on Canva, right? You can build any website on Canva for free. Now, but for you to publish the website, definitely you need to pay to publish it, to host. They need to host it somewhere. You need to get the domain name for it. Although for you to build it, it is free on Canva AI.
So can we say that there are limitations to working with free AI tools?
Sure.
Definitely.
So for you to get the best out of any AI tool, you need to upgrade. You need to pay. There's a limit to the free, to the benefit you get on the free package. But for you to kickstart, to really know what you want and see if they can give you what you want, it is free.
All right. Thank you. Next person, please.
All right. Good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon, sir. My name is Oluremi. The first part of my question is already taken by the other person about how to sell an idea. Then the second part is to Mr. Gabriel. All right. You were mentioning about the tribe that you're launching. So I need the website. I couldn't get the code to scan on the screen. So just an information about how to join the tribe.
Okay, just on Facebook or on Instagram, it is the AI tribe. So the link is in the bio. You can get the link from there.
Say a very big thank you for yesterday online show of our business. Thank you so much, sir. So my question this afternoon is, when you are mentioning about sowing seed for the expansion of your business, I want to ask, if I want to sow a seed into, I'm into catering and spice production. If I want to sow a seed in that line, must it be the person of the same field, or I can sow into the ministry of my pastor? So must it be to the church, as in the pastor, or is it somebody on the industry?
Okay. I've told you 2 dimensions to the seed of faith. Number one, you are saying, God, I need you to help me. And I'm sowing this seed towards this purpose. That you give to God and you put in the church offering. The second dimension is somebody that has achieved what you are planning to achieve. So if what you are planning to achieve is in your industry, I am not a caterer, so you can't show to me. I'm a chef, but not a caterer. So you look for somebody in your catering field. The person does not have to be a man of God. You are saying, God, this person, I believe this person will not be here without you. You that help this person, I'm sowing this seed into their life. Help me. That's all. So it's only if the man of God has what you are looking for. So if you now say, oh, my pastor is a billionaire, my pastor is a successful businessman, I want to sow into that business grace. Say, hey, that one you can bring. But if you want to sow into catering, don't bring it. So go and look for a caterer that has succeeded more than you. That's the way it works. Yeah.
Thank you. Please go ahead.
Hello, guys. Hello. Now listen. I don't want to keep repeating myself on this thing. Where is Osas, or who are the coordinators? Okay, so if they give you the mic, just talk. Because the instruction is they should never hand over a mic to you except it is on. So they say you are the one office, so they just take the mic and start talking. Yeah, thank you.
Okay, sir. 70% of my question have been answered.
Okay.
Just for the remaining 30%, I have them for the two panelists. For our overseer, I have the question of the fact that every month my income is average of 150,000, but still down the line of the year, I used to have time of the year when I used to be broke. So I want to find out, just like a kind of this time from the depth of the Holy Spirit, maybe if there's a leading on to say something about that. Though I know that I'm going to meet the Common Sense manager after now to get some clarification on how to be part of the Common Sense group. My second question is concerning the AI. Before now, I was having the fear that, the AI is going to throw many people out of the labor market, including the educational profession, which I belong. I was thinking that, okay, a time will come when people will no longer need my service as a teacher, because I do more private teachings, home teachings and all, preparing children for common entrance and all. So, but you now answer the question when somebody has a question concerning that there's still need for the human intelligent aspect, So, that's...
Okay. You need to understand that if you're going to have income all the time, then you need to come into a place where your income is greater than your expenditure. When your income is greater than your expenditure, you will always have savings and you always have leftover and you will not have any dry season. So my advice for you will be twofold. Number one, save. For every money you make, a portion of that money belongs to your future. It's called savings. So if you save money every month, those times when you don't have money, the money you have saved will come in handy. Number two, increase your income. Look for other things you can do that can make your income move from 150 to 200 or 300 or more. You say you want to register with the company. We have a realtorship program, and you can earn 10% for every property you sell. And our cheapest property will give you 500,000. So it means when you sell one plot, you get 500,000. That's 3.5 months salary with one contact. So are you saying that all your life you don't have 10 people that you can talk to that can buy a genuine property with good documents? So that means in 1 year you can sell 10, and that's 5 million. One of my staff this year alone has collected 52 million as commission. One staff. His salary is not up to 500,000. So his annual salary is 7.something million. But he has collected 50-something million in commission. Another one has collected 28. Another one 60. So that's what they chop on their collecting. Because it is your labor that will work for you. So you bring a customer, they buy, you get 10%. So the opportunities are there for those that are ready. So go there, find out, and you plug in. Thank you. Yeah.
Good afternoon, sir. Dr. Olumide Emmanuel. I'm so happy to be here. So I've been following your teaching online. So I'm so great to be here, sir. So my question goes like this, sir. I joined a real estate company early last year. So along the line, I met someone who accepted to take me as a mentee. So along the line, he said, okay, he would like to teach me how to be making money online in tech aspect. So, but every time that he doesn't want me to keep doing the real estate some stuff. So he said I should leave the real estate so that he can be able to teach me well on how to be earning money in real tech aspect. So for me, I have a dream of making many people to own landed properties. So for me, I'm now confused that, okay, should I leave the real estate aspect and focus on the tech aspect, because he said one of the things that he told me is that the world is moving to where tech is going to take over everywhere. And for people that are not getting on board now, they are going to regret it later. So I need you to enlighten me more on this, sir. Thank you so much.
Okay. It's not incorrect, but it's incomplete. Yes, tech will do a lot going forward, but tech will not replace basic things that needs to be done. Just like we have heard about AI. And the challenge I have with what you have said is, why is he so interested in cutting you off everything and connecting you only to himself? Something is fishy in that relationship. Because in what way does doing real estate stop you from doing what he wants you to do? Something is fishy. Because the tech is teaching you will help you to do better in every area of your life, including real estate. So I don't know, but as we're talking, something is not right in that relationship. I don't know why, but so since you are not willing to do that, just tell him, I'm okay, teach me whatever you want to teach me. I have the capacity to combine the two. And that's all.
Good afternoon, sir. My name is Blessing and I'm age 17. So, during the course of when I finished secondary school, my dad literally stopped every responsibility he's supposed to give, render, like feeding, clothing, and all of those. So I decided that, okay, I have to do something about it, like me, myself, working. So I started working at this place. The job was proposed to me as me being a PA. So I took the job since it's going to let me learn more as a person. So during the course of me being there, the work environment is very toxic. Toxic in the sense that every time most of the time I'm always, should I say, embarrassed? Yeah. So the man is a very nice person. The man buys me things and all of those. But I'm thinking of stopping the work. Do you understand? So I want to focus on achieving knowledge, because I realize that, okay, this world that we have right now, it is not about instant gratification. It's not about you earning right now. You can focus on learning. Then those things will not bring money to you. So I don't know how to navigate through that thing. And everyone is making me feel like I'm a bad person because I'm thinking of quitting. And I've spoken to quite a number of people. And everything they're just saying is that, okay, you just have to continue working there. You just have to do this. You just have to do that. But I want to stop the work and start focusing on, because I love sales. I love marketing. And that was the main reason I took that job in the first place. So I want to focus on learning those stuffs rather than staying there at the workplace. So I'm confused. Which path should I take?
Okay, so as a counselor, it is not my responsibility to tell you what to do. My responsibility is to help you get clarity so that you can make the decision by yourself. And I want to say something as regards to your dad so that you understand. He said once you finish secondary school, he stopped doing everything. He's not a bad father. At 17, you are an adult. If you are not in Nigeria, by 16, 15, you are on your own. It's in Nigeria that we grew up in our parents' house and we think that they have to feed us until we marry. It doesn't work like that. Do you understand? By 18 now, you can vote. So you are an adult. You can be a father. So your father has tried. Seeing you through secondary school, he has given you enough to move on with your life. So don't ever see him as a bad man because he stopped at secondary school. Now, you have done well to now go and start looking for something to do. When you see an environment is toxic, you have to look at what we call purpose before price. Whatever you are doing, consider the purpose beyond the price you pay. If the price is worth the purpose, then you stay there. So what are you gaining in that place? If what you are gaining is more valuable than the toxicity, stay there, gain what you want to gain, learn what you want to learn, because you are not there forever. It's a temporary process. But if what you are gaining is not as valuable as the toxicity, and the toxicity is killing you, then get out and go somewhere else. So you are the one that will now look at the pros and cons and you decide based on that. Thank you.
Thank you. Lastly.
Good afternoon. It's a privilege to be here. I'm actually a student, and I've been listening to Dr. Olumide's teaching online. So I'm a student studying. I'm a student studying computer science in the higher institution. So I'm passionate about technology. I'm learning full stack development, also leveraging on AI. So, but something happened in a time. My laptop I used in programming got crashed, so I could not continue building projects and getting opportunities or even applying for jobs after getting the skill. So my first question is, and you talked about grants. So how can I position myself to actually get a grant to continue for the laptop, to continue building my career in it? And secondly, my second question is, I'm also passionate about training. I have a vision of creating a tech hub before I graduate from school, where other students or other people passionate about technology can actually learn technologies and the likes and skill-related opportunities. So my question is, how can I sign up for partnership so that I can bring my vision to life?
Okay, thank you. I gave you the answer in the discussion. Go and do a Google search. That question you asked, just go and do a Google search or ask ChatGPT. He will give you the answer. I am a young tech. What's your age? You put your age. I'm a 17-year-old tech undergraduate in need of a laptop to do what I need to do. What are the grant opportunities I can access? To come out. Then you start exploring. Same thing for the second question. You will see partners jumping at you. Yeah. Since you are a tech person, go and let the tech answer you. You will see that it's very easy. God bless you.
Thank you so much. Please, a round of applause. A round of applause. All right, just before you go, I have questions here, and these questions are based. While you were speaking, both of you, some conversations sparked up somewhere at the back. And firstly, to Dr. Olumide Emmanuel, you talked about the place of relationship, that's family and friends. Now, how can you leverage building capital through family and friends without the sense of entitlement?
Now, you see, one of the things you need to learn is that sowing and reaping is a universal law that works outside of finance. The problem is, whenever we think sowing and reaping, we think finance first. When someone comes into the room and you smile, they will smile back, even if they were frowning. When you smiled at them, you sow the seed of smile. You will reap a seed of it. But if they frown in, you too frown in. What you sow is what you reap. So whether they are your family or not, be a good person. A good person greets people. A good person is kind. A good person encourages people. A good person supports people. A good person respects people. Those are the seed you will have sown. No deposit, no withdrawal. You cannot come and make a withdrawal in a bank where you have not made deposit. The deposit does not have to be financial when it comes to relationship. 1 year has gone. You have never texted me. You have never said Happy New Month. You have never greeted me Happy New Year, Happy Easter, Happy Valentine, Happy Birthday. Then you now need money. Sir, I need your help. No go. So that's how you do it. It's not about entitlement. When you are good, the way nature works, the way the universe works, everybody you are good to already have a sense of obligation that they owe you. It's just there. This person is so nice. So they will be thinking, when this girl won't marry, I go help her. Or if this girl ever asks me for something, they will never tell you. But the day you ask, that's when the thing will flow. You realize that when you want to get married, say, okay, I will do this. They have been watching you. So just be good. That's the way. It's not entitlement. When you are good, it will flow. Thank you.
Thank you. Please, a round of applause. Thank you. And to you, Mr. Gabriel, you are an AI expert. People would say as an expert, you probably would have seen ahead, probably have seen the future of AI. So what do you see as the biggest AI-driven opportunities for Nigerian SMEs in the next, say, 3 to 5 years?
Okay, I'll just say it with a story. So it took Jumia several years to build the platform called Jumia. It took them several months to develop their app called Jumia. It took them several months also to do a whole lot of market penetration strategy to expand to the level they've gotten to right now. All of those things I've just counted took me 2 months. We've not penetrated, but we have all the strategies. If we apply them the way AI said we should do, we're going to penetrate into those places. Might not be 100%, but we're going to achieve it in a lesser time than they achieved it. We have that leverage to us right now. And we're going to achieve it with less costs to what they achieved it with. So Facebook took several years to become what it is right now. When another platform came, it took over in less than. When I mean took over, I'm not saying replace Facebook, but got to that level in less than maybe a year or so. At a summit, someone cited an example, and I'll use that example. First Bank got their first, I think 1 million. Is it 1 million users in 10 million users? God bless you. 10 million users in almost 100 years. Wema Bank came, either Wema or GT Bank came, they got that 10 million in less than maybe 10 years. When Money Point came, Money Point got it in less than 1 year. And all of these things, the difference is the way they adopted technology in getting all of this thing done. I won't be shocked if a new fintech company will get that 10 million in 1 month. That is the leverage. The leverage is available for every SME right now it's created a level playing ground. So you can compete with the top guys because you are using technology, you are using artificial intelligence. I am here standing saying that in the next 5 years, in 2030, the goal is that is either Jumia come and say we are offering you guys billions of US dollars, maybe in trillions to acquire you guys, or they want to join us. Not that asking us to join them. I'm making that boost because I've seen the endless possibility artificial intelligence can use if we apply it the way we need to apply it in good time to get that thing done.
Wow. Please, let's celebrate Mr. Gabriel Ogundele. Thank you for that. Okay, we've come to the end of the question and answer panel session.